What is going on, collective? For those of you who are new here, I'm Kaymeraki. I'm an energy reader who specializes in personal development for the feminine collective. Feminine collective, I mean people who have a uterus, who have she, her pronouns, or those who just want to tap more into their intuition, their emotional energy, all things feminine. So, on the subject of feminine, I want to tap into what makes you magnetic and how you can capitalize off of that. To be transparent, when I tapped into my natural charisma, my money went up. I'm here to tell you how to do the same thing, okay? And so a couple of updates. I am doing a December shadow work challenge. This is a great time for the collective to be diving in, really trying to release this winter time. When people talk about the winter arc or whatever, it's because energetically you should be meditating, resting, rejuvenating, reflecting. And so my membership is going to really allow you to connect with like-minded individuals and really allow you to invest into yourself on a new level. So I hope to see you there. I am doing a huge giveaway, giving away some nice tech products. As you can see, it is subscribers only though. So yeah, I won't be doing another big giveaway like this until maybe the spring or summer of next year, if I do that. And if so, it'll be one winner. I just was in the holiday cheer, so I did 3 people. But with that being said, didn't want to do a long intro. Today's messages are going to be very short and to the point, as you can see by the timestamps. So first, I want to start off with a general read on magnetism and then dive into the 3 piles. So allow me to pull one general card for the collective that is drawn to this video. How can I assist this person with growing their magnetism and attraction? It is definitely going to be important that you embrace individuality. And for many of you, this looks like better boundaries. Some of you need to have boundaries. Some of you, I would have normally cropped that out, but some of you really need to have boundaries with yourself. 3:33 on the timer as I say this. This energy of boundaries with yourself can look like, you know what? I'm not going to eat that piece of cake. You know what? I'm going to get up and go to the gym. Or for others of you, this is going to be like, I'm not going to allow those thoughts to sit and linger. You know what you need to work on. It could feel chaotic right now. I'm recording under the energies of retrogrades. And not only that, Venus is shifting into Aquarius. Venus wants to reward you. Venus, planet ruling beauty, love. I mean, it's more than that. Relationships, aesthetic. I like to focus on the good things. It's more than that. You can do your own research. But Venus will bring you rewards when you focus on individuality. So for some of you, if you're in relationships, I can assure you starting December 7th and sometime after, I forgot how long the transit is, you and your partner might be a little distant. This is not going to be anything bad. I would definitely try not to take things personally because we are under Mercury retrograde. Communication could be a little weird between you and friends and family. That is okay. Do not take anything personally. Be neutral. And so I'm definitely saying for you with this energy of total disruption, and it's important that you keep your inner peace. And so basically for your reading 444, as I say this, I'm going to be diving into what each pile needs to keep their inner peace, to allow them to be more magnetic. Because when you're not at peace from within, you're not glowing. You're not attracting with ease. And some of the things you are attracting, honestly, you are attracting with ease. Let me just scratch that. But a lot of the things you are attracting are going to be that, you know, a lot of times when I went through depression and I was so insecure just about being who I was. It was never so much into a face card or a outfit. It was like I didn't like me at one point. And my relationships reflected that. My life reflected that. The way I just showed up, even my posture reflected that when I was out. Like, you ever see people out and they be slouching? No, stand up when you're out. Walk into a room and don't be on your phone. Own it. Own your energy. And so we're going to be talking about how can you own your energy. On the next screen, you're going to see 3 piles. For those of you who are new here, I want you to just kind of take a breather. Don't overthink it. You could be drawn to 2, but I want you to pick the one that you can't stop looking at. You don't have to necessarily like the image or relate to it, but it's like my eyes are drawn to that. If you feel drawn to 2, watch 2. But yeah, give yourself a moment and meet me in the description for your timestamp. Hello, pile 1. So we're going to tap into how can you essentially just magnify or amplify your magnetism. Pile 1, I don't know if some of you do readings or you feel like you're psychic. Why am I not in the fucking center of the frame? Sorry. The fuck? I didn't even notice that till just now. Power one, I don't know if you do readings or you feel like you're psychic. You are. I'm going to go ahead and confirm that for you. However, some of you don't act like that. Some of you need to learn how to shut up when you get a download. No disrespect when I say that, but some of you I need to be firm with. You don't need to be telling people, oh yeah, I had this dream. And stop fucking talking so much. Some of you, you're talking too much about your goals or about when things going good. What I want you to do, Power One, if this resonates for you, don't tell nobody what you're going to do. Show them. People see. People see you, Power One. Some of you, you really need to connect with the moon. I'm tapping into like lunar energy. What is your moon placement? Because that's what brings you that emotional self-care. Libra energy showing up as well. Tapping into, Libra is ruled by Venus. So tapping into your need for harmony. Where does that sit in your chart? So give an example. You have Libra in the 10th house. You're going to need harmony in your career. Now, granted, you're going to need that without Libra. But it's like a huge influence with that. This energy of balancing the scale. Some of you could literally want to be a lawyer if that's a placement, just randomly speaking. But I'm not going to lie. Pal 1, I'm getting this. I almost called y'all Pal 2. If you feel called to watch 2, watch that. You literally have card 2 and then 11, but then 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 you could resonate with, and I haven't even done 2 yet. But you are going to have to start giving without your handout. Karmic debt will be owed regardless. Don't worry about, oh, they didn't pay me back or don't worry about it. That's none of your business. Pal 1, I want you to look into some charity work you can do, volunteer work, even if it's making sandwiches. Come up with a volunteer project coming up. You need to be giving back. That's going to bring you an immense glow because you're going to be sitting in the energy of gratitude like, wow, I'm so blessed. I'm blessed to be able to help people. I'm so grateful. People sleep on the energy of gratitude, bro. Seriously. And it's like there's a certain frequency that you emit when you're grateful that just the universe just pours more into you. God just pours more into you. Spirit, Most High, whatever label you put on it, your guides, your ancestors, whoever, pours into you times 10. But some of you lately, I feel like could have been frustrated, flustered, or confused. I really feel out of all those words, flustered. And you have to ground. You have to go within. That's going to assist you with being magnetic. Whatever feels off, harmony or balance-wise, I need you to detach. I need you to back yourself away from chaos during this time. For some of you, I've been telling my collective heavy, don't respond back. Don't respond back. And it doesn't matter if they're wrong, don't respond back. Or it's just like keep your response. It's something about like keeping it neutral, especially if you're somebody who's known to, okay, that's fine. Let's agree to this. Like, it's something with like, it's okay. That's gonna, you don't need to be getting down to the bottom of arguments and things right now, honestly, truly. And I'm definitely seeing you're starting a new cycle with this completion. I've never pulled this card before. I want to know what it says because I'm really drawn to like something with fixed energy could be relevant. I can't make this up. The world. Aquarius season is going to be interesting for you. And I don't know if this is looking like fruition from manifestations. I don't know if this is looking like reward. It's going to be a plus or a gain for you. And I know that could sound far away. But even if you need to, save this video and come back at the end of Aquarius season. Something you're working on is going to be picking up and moving forward. And that's just a sign of your work, your gratitude, your inner magnetism. And so for you, Power One, I need you to know that you know. I need you to honor your intuition and honor your divinity. Some of you could be Christian or grew up in the church. Look at different stories with Jesus. For the most part, he was very, and I don't really like to say the word humble, but like, he didn't have to do too much. He showed a lot in so many of his stories when I read. And it's like, that's the energy you're going to have to embrace. And that's going to increase your magnetism. 444 as I say this. Okay. Power One. With that being said, this does conclude your mini read. Thank you so much for allowing me to provide you with guidance, clarity, and insights. And if you would love some assistance on increasing your magnetism, feel free to book a reading or subscribe to my membership because we are constantly working on ourselves. We're growing, we're motivating, we're learning, and you should be too. Hope to see you there. Talk to you soon. Hello, Pal 2. I don't know why every time I get to Pal 2, I feel the need to do a damn introduction. I don't know if I got a lot of new people in this Pal, but let's get into it. We're going to talk about energies to increase when it comes to your magnetism. Some of you could have Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements. Cancer for a few. Not Cancer. It's Cancer, sorry. Cancer for a few. You need to take, I want to tell you to take the lead, but somebody watching this does not need to do more in terms of taking the lead. Sometimes taking the lead means having some initiative to just get up. Because for many of you watching this taking the lead does not mean do more. It's like lead by example is the energy that I'm getting with this. Father of fire. This is a very masculine energy. This masculine energy is explosive. I know this card can look a little scary, but it's nothing bad. It's just like he's so powerful. If you had to relate this to something, think of Avatar and you have the 4 elements and then you have the firebenders, even though they were a little evil in the show. Not all firebenders were evil, you know? I feel like this is about you really channeling your passion. You look so good when you in your passion. Some of you, this can look like teaching. Some of you, this can look like cooking. Some of you, whatever it is that you do, when you do that, you look amazing. Something with working and connecting with your passion more. This could be a hobby. This can be being around people who you're passionate with, but I'm not going to lie. I feel like it's a line of work because it says passion ignited. You restoring and deepening yourself in passion. Black cats could be relevant. If you see one, that's confirmation. Is a huge thing for you. You are very explosive. And a lot of people don't receive that well initially. You could find that you have faced a lot of rejection or jealousy or envy. And some people could have even told you, oh, I thought I wasn't going to like you at first. They were projecting. But that is also the energy that you hold. You hold a powerful energy. Your aura, I'm going to kind of tell you what I'm feeling. And what I'm seeing, your aura is like you'll walk in a room and energetically you'll knock over a domino and it's a huge domino effect in the room. But imagine that these dominoes are invisible. And so you'll be wondering like, damn, why is people looking like that? Why are they acting like that? She's acting kind of stiff. He's acting kind of weird. That is your energy. That's how powerful you influence and you don't even have to do too much. And on the subject of your passion, you make it look so easy that you just draw people in. You draw opportunities in. You draw experiences in. You draw resources in. It is so important that you stay closely knitted to your passion. I want to kind of read from the book on this one because I really like this card for you. Ooh, Palto, I have something special. I want you to think of a yes or no question related to what I'm talking about when I say passion, when I say whatever. If you need to, pause the video because I'm about to read from the card, okay? So pause it. If you ain't pause it, that's on you. Don't make up the question after because you're forcing it. This is what it says, literally, related to your passion. If you have a yes or no question, this steps forward is a clear yes. Simple. You're supposed to be doing this. I don't care how hard it is. I don't care how long it takes. I don't care what it looks like, what it feels like. You better figure it out. And not in a sense of like, oh, it needs to be figured out before you can do it. No, but like figure it out along the way. The time is now for that big, passionate vision. All things are possible. You are possible. Keep the enthusiasm up. Your qualities as a natural-born leader are required. Get it done. As usual, you're trying to wear all hats, but that will stagnate your growth. Okay. And that's why I told you at the beginning. I'm glad I read from the book because that gave me some more details. Your inner, like you stepping up into leadership does not mean doing more. You know, leaders have to learn how to delegate. For some of you, it's something with like you'll be having people help you moving forward. You can see that help is going to be like a weight lifted off your shoulder. Like, wow, it even turned out better. You got more. It's something with you're going to have to be open to help if you really want to grow. You can't do it all alone. I also want you to reflect if you try to do things alone. Where did I learn that from? Most of the time, if it wasn't like observed, it was learned or taught to us. So I want you to kind of go back to that. Again, in my membership this month, we're doing a huge focus on shadow work. And that is tailored. One of the questions, like some things we observed growing up. So I definitely invite you to subscribe if you are not already. Nonetheless, okay, EFT. Some of you could also identify with like ADHD, anxiety. You could also be somebody who's naturally hyper. And so you do not need too much caffeine. You're being guided to do more EFT. If you're ever anxious, nervous, you feel like not as grounded. Tap different parts. Me, typically I tap over my chest center, but I found when I do two hands, I was taught this by a mentor, and my shoulder blades, it feels a lot better than just one hand. And so I definitely feel like for you, the more that you are doing is going to look like less on the outside, but you're doing a lot more work internally, and it's going to pay off. Pile 2, okay? With that being said, Pile 2, this does conclude your mini read. Thank you so much for allowing me to provide you with guidance, clarity, and insights. If you would like to look deeper into your journey and how this reading resonates, feel free to book a personal reading, link in description, as well as my membership, because a lot of the things that I talked about in your reading we're actively working on in my membership, and so I would love to see you there. But nonetheless, continue to go within, continue to work on you, Pile 2. I'm so excited for your journey. Hello, Pile 3. We're going to be tapping into seeing a little love coming up. We're going to be tapping into what you can work on to become more magnetic. Didn't I tell you I seen love come up? You literally have the card with the lovers. So okay, sorry, I was a little excited. I see an opportunity. And I see that your ego wants to dictate or control, or your ego is like putting your foot down. You don't have much longer to keep doing that. And I'm not saying that to scare you. I feel like you know this. If this resonates with love for you, for others of you, this is not about love in any connection that you want to grow. And for many of you, this could look like a mentor, like you being stubborn with a mentor, and a mentor like, I'm not going to keep going out my way to help you and you don't receive it. You get what I'm saying? It's like I'm getting huge love energy. For many of you, this could be about something you love and or simply your morals, your values, and your beliefs. But there's something about ego showing through. Ego is not bad. However, sometimes our ego can play tricks on us. You know, I heard something earlier from a reader. I wish I knew his name. But he said on TikTok, he's like a Spanish reader. He has like a beard, just in case y'all see him. He was like, the louder the voice, the more you know it's not intuition. Like, intuition not finna yell at you. Intuition, I mean, granted, while it can be very in your face, intuition is very like calm for the most part. Like you feel it and you be chilling. Ego will try to get you amped up and all these other things if you're not careful with balancing that energy out. And I'm not going to lie, whatever this is, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to go ahead and say it. If it is a connection, this connection is going to be good. Some of you could feel nervous or anxious towards this because I literally feel shy sitting in this energy like, oh my God, this is so good. For others of you, though, this opportunity, I see you low-key ready to risk it. Now, the ready... It's like, it may not be this exact moment, but there's something about needing to get ready, needing to get prepared, needing to do the inner work. I also want you to start seeing everyone and everything through the eyes of love. Lately, that's been something I do, especially with my family. If I feel like I don't agree where they're coming from, I tell myself I see everyone and everything through the eyes of love. And it allows me to really extend grace even more. And I am seeing that for you, there are mindsets from your past that are lingering and showing up for you right now. And it is important that you check that. How do you check that? Connecting with the inner child. Again, this month's challenge for my members are going within, and I have some inner child prompts. I would definitely invite you to subscribe to my membership. This can be something you really benefit from nonetheless. Pile 3, you really have legendary energy. I'm not gonna lie, and I haven't told anybody this since I've been making these videos on YouTube. If you click this pile, I'm going to go ahead and say you have a lot of potential. And I want to say potential because honestly, not everybody lives up to it. But you are literally, you have a lot of great opportunities and experiences. 333, as I'm saying this, you have so much good that can come, that will come. You just have to be open to it. How do you be open to it? Stop being so damn serious all the time. Stop letting your thoughts control you. And please be playful. The inner child is the solution for you. How can you have fun? How can you be present? How can you bring more joy, more laughter? Look at children. If you work around kids, or no kids close to you, something with needing to observe kids. If you see a pair of twins, if there are some twins in your life or you are a twin, it's something with observing that energy. But if you specifically know a pair of twins, that's what I'm channeling, something with kids. But for some of you, this could simply mean 2 younger kids. And the energy I'm getting for you, Pile 3, you are armed and ready for whatever this is, whatever you're doing on the subject of what needs to make you magnetic. So let me make sure I answered your question on the subject of like what to make you magnetic. It's going to be the inner child energy. I also see for some of you, there's going to be a connection that even makes you more magnetic. And I'm not saying in a way that's dependent, but it's one of those things where it's like, oh, my friend pours into me and I pour into them. We a fucking dynamic duo, SpongeBob and Patrick, you know? Like, it's an energy that's like, and even as I say SpongeBob and Patrick, childhood show, your inner child is going to be your solution. Point blank, period. If you're not having fun, you're not being silly, you're not being yourself, I'm hearing you're going to be like one of your parents, or this could be somebody who raised you who is just a little grumpy or mean. And so for you, if you had to ask me, should you take a risk related to something? Oh, somebody might listen to this and milk it and it's not for them. I hate to say stuff like this, but I see somebody having an opportunity for a good risk. There's good in everything and there's bad in everything, and it's about you finding a better balance, and you'll be able to balance out what you need to risk the more time you are alone, or just going within a lot more. It's the inner child. The inner child is going to show you, because you're going to like, think of the inner child when they're not having fun. Like, that's how you can approach life as well. Like, if something is not fulfilling, I think I need to shift gears. I think I need to pivot, even if it's a mindset or just actually leaving a situation. So you will know what I'm talking about. Some of you, use your discernment if this is connected to, and the fact that my throat went out, this could be like communication issues in a connection. If it's communication issues in a connection and somebody is a Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius, or Capricorn, or has those placements, I see that being worked out. I'm not going to lie, there's a possibility somebody watching this does not apply to them. Use your discernment and meditate on it and ask for a yes or no from Most High, or however you connect to spirit. But I can't make this up. It's like you have good things coming to you. You just have to start taking charge. And you're going to take charge the more you're able to kind of lean in and trust the inner child. Think about the inner child's ability to trust. A child goes ahead and starts learning how to walk. The child doesn't need somebody to say, hey, get up and walk, for the most part, you know. The child doesn't need anybody to say talk. Sometimes they start talking on their own. They start doing things on their own. There's something about like, you'll know, and trust that you will know. Trust your knowing, okay? Pile 3. With that being said, this does conclude your reading. Thank you so much for just kicking it with me and allowing me to provide you with guidance, clarity, and insight. If you would like to know on a personal level how this message resonates, I invite you to book a personal reading in the link in description, or subscribe to my Patreon, where you get readings once a month. I said once a month, monthly calls, access to all my content, and so much more. So with that being said, have a great rest of your day, evening, morning, night, whatever, when you're saying this. I hope to see you in the next one.